Here's a bit of Tupac, folks. We're going to talk about Better Days, which is a double disc project. Now, this is actually the first double album I've done on this channel. So, unfortunately, I can't see two discs at the same time. So, I'm going to have to kind of go off of memory to decide what songs and that sort of stuff that I like on each disc. Now, um, so yeah, as this channel continues, there will be more double albums that will get reviewed, but I'm gonna practice it with this one and we'll see how it goes. So Tupac in 2002, I think a lot of people were thinking that he was pretty popular, and they probably missed his attitude, his attitude that he had towards music, but also the internet started really booming by this point. So what we had was just a kind of clash of generations, because the millennial generation and then prior generations, the 1994, 1997 generation. So obviously how Tupac fit in, they put some producers on there and some characters, and also it's got a bunch of unreleased songs. Now I'm thinking it's all from his death row time, and that's pretty good. So we'll start off. If you can smoke to this, I would say Street Fame from disc 1 is a good song to smoke to, and What You Gonna Do. I did not get to hear the song Late Night, but I'm thinking that had the Outlaws and DJ Quick on there, so perhaps that one would have been alright. Most of disc 1 is not that good. I'm just going to let you know that right away. So, disc 2, it also has a few good smoking songs. I'd say Catchin' Feelings and Who Do You Believe In are some good ones. But it's really not as littered with them as some, as you might think. I'd still say to go for Still I Rise by Tupac more than anything else. So the production, this is pretty much where I didn't like it, just because, when you listen to a record like Me Against the World, you wonder why they were unable to make this a better set. And I don't know whether or not these were the songs that Tupac himself picked or they were remixed for him, but either way they are piss poor. And I don't think Tupac has any business being on production this bad. And it's like the main problem. I know his lyrics are going to be fine. Most of what he's saying is just fuck the world, I'm a soldier, and like, we're going to ride. Those are like some of the three things that mostly he's talking about on this release, is just his need to be out in the streets. And this is fine. I don't get tired of it, but I do not like it on the music that is extremely laggy. So the unheard songs, the three unheard songs that I liked from disc 1 were Street Fame and What You Gonna Do, and then there was an almost song called Mama's Just a Little Girl. That one was kind of some of those numbers that Tupac does, like Dear Mama. I'm starting to think that were he to have been alive, we would have gotten a good handful of those songs, just because he did it. He also did it on Still I Rise. So I'm thinking, Tupac is kind of, concerned with women. So, he makes these uplifting songs, but it's just not outgoing. So it's a good song, but, to be concerned with that. So disc 2, I liked 4 songs on out of 13, and those were Thug's Mansion, the one on disc 2. Catchin' Feelings is probably the best song on this entire project. There You Go, and Who Do You Believe In. Now, most of these songs have the Outlaws on them. I really feel that were Tupac to have been alive, probably these records he would have made with them would have been outstanding. Would have been the stuff that people use to make gangster rap for like the next 8 to 10 years. I really think that that would have happened. But luckily, to pick up the quality of this release, there are a few Almost songs on disc 2, and they are Fame, This Life I Lead, and They Don't Give a Fuck About Us. Now, I was trying really hard to admit that I liked those songs, but I just couldn't do it, but they were still better than most of the stuff I heard on here. So that would make 7 out of 13, which would make this about like a 5.5 or a 6, but I just don't know what to do. I was thinking that, some of this would be good, but it just didn't turn out that way. So I kind of recommend this, but not by very much, because there's 4 songs plus 2 songs. That's 6 out of about, well, there's 10 songs on the first. That's 6 out of 23, which is really awful. That's like horrid. And then, in addition to that, the 4 Almost songs, that'd be 10 out of 23, which is not much better. So I'm going to give this record a 2.5 out of 10, just because I was so disappointed. I would give it a 3, but I still feel like 10 out of 23 is nothing. That's not even, it's about 2/5 of the album. So it gets a 2.5 out of 10. Really, my recommendation is to go for Still I Rise, but if you just need more Tupac, you gotta understand that the Outlaws are on a lot of songs, especially on disc 2, and it makes you wish that the life that they put into it would have been seen better. So, but if I like these Almost songs, you can up the score to like a 3.5 or a 4. It's still not going to boost it by very much. I guess just the problem with it is between the production and, certain styles that I feel like do not really fit what Tupac would have done. It kind of makes me curious. Some of these songs like, Changed Man, I just don't know if Tupac really was going to abandon gangster rap and go on and start making uplifting music like Will Smith or something. I just don't know if that would have happened, but you just never know. I mean, I haven't really entirely listened to this record, but I do know what's good on it. So yeah, this is a 2.5 out of 10. Future Tupac is gone, so there is no future. The social score, I'd say it's about a 3.5, just because those Outlaws records, I feel like a lot of people are going to want. There were some radio songs released from this, even though I doubt you'll ever hear them. And so that's a few things to look for. So a 3.5. Can it be topped? Absolutely. Still I Rise is better. And, I'm certain that there's other ones. I'm going to start reviewing some of the Outlaws' records. So I give this album a 2.5 out of 10 and a 3.5 social. Subscribe for more fun.